Nessa girl, the baddest bitch Trina took to her Instagram account last night and said she don't need nobody to speak for her as it relates to this Nicki Minaj situation, and she gonna do a live to let us know how she really feel. We hear you talking, girl, but the real question is, what is you saying? Okay, the people want to know, will Trina be in support of what her A&R person has said, or is she on the other side of the coin? Catch these teas. Nessa girl, I knew it'd only be a matter of time before we heard from the baddest bitch herself as it relates to all this drama that's been created around the Nicki Minaj, Trina, Baps video. Megan Thee Stallion did the video, didn't do Trina video, only put on the story, didn't post on the page. Too many people have been speaking about this situation and around Trina for Trina to not come out and say anything. But before we get to our cover story, Nene Leakes. Kandi and Kandi Burruss was spotted down at BeautyCon down to the LA, baby, getting fit and fabulous and all that other stuff with the cosmetics and the makeup people. And in the midst of putting some lipsticks on their lip, Miss Kandi was running her mouth, honey. The people had done saw Kandi Burruss down to the thing and asked her a question about Nene. They wanted to know, was Nene filming with the rest of the girls? And here's what Kandi had to say. When asked if she and Nene had mended fences, she tells us yes, which is shocking because I'm getting along with Nene right now, which is something that Nene is trying to work on some relationships in the group. We'll see how that goes. She's putting forth effort, but everybody has to meet each other halfway. Well, that does sound pretty promising. Here's the thing. Nene Leakes ain't no fool. Nene Leakes ain't no damn dummy. Nene Leakes is all about the Benjamins. Here's the other thing. Them hoes tired of her ass, okay? Nene Leakes has thrown temper tantrums and has been the head of the group for damn near 10 years, and it is a new sheriff in town. Now, I'm not saying the new sheriff is Kenya Moore. I'm saying the new sheriff is new, They got a new attitude. You can no longer throw these tantrums and try to ice people out and think that everybody is going to run back and corral around you and kiss your damn ass, Nene Leakes. We like you, but the jig is up and that act is old. I guess it got boring being out on a limb filming with thieving ass Marlon Hampton and nobody knows Giovanna from Clark, Atlanta ass. You didn't want to be cut out the damn show and cut out the damn storylines only filming with a thief and birds of a feather flock together. You don't want none of that Bloomingdale's bad credit to get on you, so I guess she figured I need to film with some of the other girls and let me mend fences. If you guys forgot, Nene ended season 11 basically not talking to anybody. She went and unfriended everybody across the board, and I knew there'd be only a matter of time before Nene came back to the fold. Here's the thing. Yeah, Nene is the self-proclaimed queen. Yes, we love Nene. Yes, she's outspoken. But Nene also likes to be the center of attention. Trust to believe, Nene is not going to let these people have 23 episodes and her ass only be in 8, okay? She likes the attention. She likes being associated with being the popular girl on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So it only would be a matter of time before her ass began to mend fences. And that is that. Moving right along to our next story. My sister, Queen T.S. Madison from the Queen Supreme Court, sat front and center in held court with Nicki Minaj on Queen Radio. Shouts out to the Queen. Shouts out to T.S. Madison and Nicki Minaj. So y'all know I had to call her this morning and get all the tea. I wanted to know everything that was going on. And T.S. Madison told me from her mouth that it was a very warm and welcoming environment. You know, sometimes when trans people enter spaces with the straight boys and all that kind of stuff, it could be tense. But she said everybody at Nicki's place showed her nothing but love. For those of you guys who don't know, Maddie did the Queen's Radio once before when Nicki very started. It was a call-in interview. And fast forward to a year later, the year anniversary show, Maddie was physically on the show. So for all of y'all that support T.S. Madison in the Queen's Court, this is a big accomplishment for my sister. and we are happy for her. Shouts out to Funky Bunch. We support you, T.S. Madison. Keep on shining. But girl, I got some tea. A little birdie told me it's possible that T.S. Madison could possibly be the next permanent co-host anchor situation on the Queen's Radio. Catch these teas from the Queen's mouth herself.
It was good. Juicy J was on there, and T.S. Madison came on there, and I wanted her to roast you too with me, but you left.
Madison.
T.S. Madison. Oh, she's like a...
Madison from Kaya.
Yeah. She was ready to roast you too.
I think she loved me.
We all love you.
I think Madison. And I love Madison.
We all love you. That don't mean...
What's happening with Madison and Kaya?
Oh, I think that went left.
I think that Madison's pretty talented.
No, no, that's a fact. I think she should have her own show. I actually was trying to make her be a potential full-time correspondent on my show. Cause she's dope. Yeah. But
Yes, God, Joe Button, you better go up for my sister. Pump it up. Pump it up. Nicki Minaj, you need to go ahead and make that happen. In the words of Mariah Carey. Oh, well, she ain't your friend. My bad. Nevertheless, make it happen, girl. You got the power around there. You got the power. But listen. This would not be Yes God Action News if I did not ask my sister, did Nicki Minaj have anything to say about that Trina shit while she was down to the news station? Now listen, Maddie told me that she happened to be sitting front and center when the news broke about Reginald Saunders doing the interview with me. Shit, I'm talking about with, like I gotta figure out who the interview was down with me. Maddie said she happened to be sitting in Nicki's presence when Nicki got the news of the interview and said that Nicki was like, well, damn it, what have I done now? I felt it only prudent to ask Maddie what were her thoughts, seeing as though Maddie is from Miami and we grew up on Trina, but she's also very cool with Nicki Minaj and the support of both of these black queens. I had to ask her what were her feelings on the situation, and here's what Maddie had to say.
To keep it all the way 100, Daniva, I really feel like it was a lack of communication. The only thing that I don't really like in this situation is that it got blown up all over social media. I just feel like that, sometimes a phone call, a text, or, even a simple inbox would keep the social opinion off of the situation, because social opinion usually becomes damaging to things and elevates a problem. But I think it was just a lack of communication. I think they're both great women in music, and it'll get fixed, hopefully.
At the very end of the day, that was fair and honest commentary, and it really echoes how I feel. Again, shouts out to T.S. Madison for all her accomplishments, and we see big things coming, sis, in 2020. On to our cover story, baby. Trina tired of y'all hoes talking for her, talking around her. She say she don't need nobody to speak for her feelings, her sentiments, her emotions, her actions, her reactions, and everything in between. Oh, really, girl? Here, catch what Trina had to say.
First of all, everybody that knows me knows anything that I gotta say, I will say it and address it. I don't need anybody to speak for me. Second of all, everything that I have to say, I will address it tomorrow. So catch me live, and I will say it one time and one time only. I will not repeat myself.
All right, now Trina, we hear you. You better roll that net, girl. You don't need nobody to speak for you, and you gonna do it on a live today. Trina people, can y'all please let us know what time the live's gonna be, because she didn't tell us, and I'm trying to keep the people posted on what's going on. Matter of fact, Trina, you ain't even got to do no live. I'm on Miami Beach. If you just call me, girl, and give me 45 minutes, you can either come over here to WGAN Studios and we can do the interview here, or bitch, I can meet you down to the finger licking or wherever it is you want me to meet you at and ask the questions that the people really want to know, because we don't want no backpedaling and pussy popping. We don't want no blanket statements. We want specifics. We want facts. We want the information, and most of all, we want this shit put to an end. Now, here is the thing, right? We are receiving conflicting messages from people around Trina. I'm hesitant to use the word Trina's camp or Trina's team because I referred to Reginald Saunders, who said he is Trina's A&R. I referred to him as a part of Trina's team, and a management consultant by the name of KD that works closely with Trina put in quotes, Trina's team has nothing to do with this. Here is a direct quote from KD that reads, people will have their opinions and that's fine. However, Trina's team has nothing to do with the statements made yesterday. She will address this in due time. No one feels as though Nicki is obligated to have done anything. At least those are my thoughts. Now here's the thing. I purposely made it a point at the end of that interview yesterday with Reginald Saunders to ask him what was his relation to Trina and Trina's business, because I knew that something like this was going to come up when it became time to defend these statements. And I'm about to play you an audio clip where Reggie specifically says he is Trina's A&R person. Catch this. Just for the people out there who are listening, what is your relation to Trina's business?
I am the A&R of the record label of Rockstar Music Group.
Okay. Reggie, the A&R Rockstar Music Group, Funky Dineva exclusive. Is there anything? All right. So my question is, if he is her A&R person, does that not make him part of her team? I'm just curious to know. In addition to Reggie speaking out, Bobby Lights took to social media. Bobby Lights is Trina's cousin as well as a cast member of Love and Hip Hop. And he had some pretty not so flattering things to say about the situation. Again, Bobby does not speak for Trina. His sentiments belong to him and him only. You can catch those teas on the Baller Alert page. Shout out to Baller Alert. You can also catch it on Bobby Light's page and a whole bunch of the blogs out there. But here's my take on the situation. Let me back up. On the post that Trina put saying that she will be addressing this live, Reginald Saunders, her A&R, went up under the post, posting a lot of fire emojis, responding to people in such a way that leads us to believe, oh yeah, Trina's going, she's going to address this. He's up under all these celebrities, blue check people, radio personalities saying, basically, just wait and listen for the interview. Just wait and listen to the interview. Trina about to set the record straight. Now here is my thing. I'm not in Trina's mind, and I'm nowhere near any conversations that have been had privately. It would seem to me that after the interview with Reggie broke, the fact that Reggie is still posting and seems to be in good graces with Trina suggests to me that Trina is in support of what it is Reggie has said. The simple fact that Reggie is still posting up under her posts says to us that Trina has not cussed Reggie ass out for giving that interview. So if she ain't cussed him out for it, then one is to believe she must be in support of it. But you make your own determination. We gonna wait for Trina's live. Here are some of the things I'm gonna need Trina to do though. Before this live, or before she recorded, I just want to go ahead and drop this in her ear really quickly, because what I don't want and what we not going to put up with is one of these blanketed ass, I don't have a problem with Nicki Minaj, and what he said is what he said, and anything I got to say, I said on my own. That's not enough, sis. Because if you don't publicly come out and condemn and refute the things that Reggie said and say, I don't appreciate what Reggie did, that's not right, Reggie is on suspension, Reggie is fired, then that means you support everything he said. If you don't come out and say, I don't support Bobby, what Bobby said is his own words, I'm not in support of that, I didn't tell him to do that, that means you are in support of the things that Bobby has said. And that is called passive-aggressive behavior. We're going to need you to draw a line in the sand, Miss Trina, and let us know how you really feel. The people will not accept. I don't have a problem with Nicki Minaj, and what they said is, and I'm not not in control of what they said. You may not be in control of it, but the question is, better yet, do you support what they said or not? Please clear that up for the people. In addition, we need you to give us a clear, decisive, concise explanation as to why there was not a video. We are still confused, per Reggie's words, based on the interview, what the budgetary situation was. Was there not a video because y'all did not have the money, and then when y'all got the money, Nicki was not ready? Give us the clear, defined explanation as to what was going on with the money as it relates to the video. Also, if you are cool with Nicki, and you are not in support of what Reggie said, what Bobby said, then I think it's only prudent that we be expecting some sort of apology to Nicki and Nicki's camp. Not for anything that you did, but for the fact that people around you have spoken out of place and broke the fourth wall as it relates to your business. For me, those are the benchmarks that would need to be met in order to maintain a healthy friendship and working relationship with Nicki Minaj if you are not in support of the things that have come out of Reggie's mouth, Bobby's mouth, and people of the like. Now here's the gag and here's the plot twist. Wouldn't it be the heist of the century if Trina get on this shit and be like, yep, I feel that way, I don't fuck with her, and here it is coming from my mouth. I'm not really expecting that, but then again, she is 305 Miami to the day she died, and Miami does keep it real. All I can do, y'all, is report on what's out there. Like I said, I'm not picking sides. I don't have no sides. I'm trying to remain as objective as possible when it comes to this situation. I don't create the news. I just report it. And just in case somebody over there on Trina's side need a reminder, here are the benchmarks that we need met. We need to know, do you support and agree, or do you disagree and not support Reggie's comments and Bobby Light's comments? We need a clear explanation as to why we did not have a video and what was going on with the budget at that time. We also need an apology to Nicki and Nicki's camp and her fans for this confusion that has seemed to have been born out of the people around you. KD said it's not your team. We need some clarity on if Reggie is a part of your team or not. Those are all the benchmarks that's going to be met. So listen, as soon as Trina give us a time with what time this live is going to be, I'm going to drop it for y'all. I'm going to stay on top of this story. And this is Q signing off from WGAN Studios, Yes God Action News, with your Yes God Action News for the day. I'll call you later, and I'll be sure to report the time as soon as we get it. Bang!